Right, it's been what, 2 weeks I think since I last posted something. Again, I've been busy. I think you could tell I'm young. I got school and stuff, so I kind of had to take a break for a bit. But I'm kind of back now. I'm not sure if this video is gonna be short or not, but we're gonna talk about the settlement between Ferrari and the FIA. I think everybody knows what happened. If you didn't know what happened, then Ferrari have been accused of essentially cheating when it comes to their power unit in 2019, and the FIA reached a settlement with Ferrari, and then the other teams except of Haas and Alfa Romeo, which are Ferrari customer teams, so you wouldn't expect them to like respond. They made a joint statement complaining, just whining to the FIA and to Ferrari essentially about the settlement, and now we have a response from the FIA. And reading on BBC, what I found is the following. So the FIA statement issued on Friday said it had concluded a thorough technical investigation into the Ferrari engine and said that the specifics of the agreement that has been reached between the two parties will be remain private. So there's that. We cannot know what happened exactly, so sucks to suck, whatever. The statement also added that the FIA and the Scuderia Ferrari, you gotta pronounce it like that, have agreed to a number of technical commitments that will improve the monitoring of all Formula 1 power units for the forthcoming Bro, I really cannot speak English today. For the forthcoming championship seasons. There we go. Now, does the lack of punitive action against Ferrari mean that the car was legal at all times in 2019? I certainly don't think so. I think they had some illegal stuff going on there throughout the season. Abu Dhabi, by the way, has been found. Let me just plug that in there, even though Shah kind of got away with it. Either way, there's proof that Ferrari have cheated at least once throughout the season, by the way. Anyway, if so, why not say so? Why the need for a settlement, and what was that settlement between the two? I'm still kind of wondering what happened. My opinion, at least. I really want to know what the FIA and Ferrari have agreed to. Is it a money talk? Are we going into speculation? Are we going into whatever? I want to see what's going on between the FIA and Ferrari. Make it public, please. Please make it public. And also, what confidence can teams have in F1 if the FIA is not able to conclude a technical investigation without saying whether the car in question was legal or not? What are we doing, FIA? You're supposed to make everything fair. And if you want to make everything fair, then please let us know about what's happening in Formula 1, especially with Ferrari being, in my opinion, the biggest F1 team out there, bigger than Mercedes, even though they haven't won a championship in 12 years, almost 13 years. Please, FIA, let us know. We want to know. It is fair for us to know. It is fair for the other teams to know, apart from Alfa Romeo and Haas, because they probably already know. There we go. You see that rhyme there? Kind of like that. Anyway, let's have a little bit of a talk about what actually happened last season. If you guys want to know stuff more in detail, I think I could tell you what happened. What happened is that the issue arose during last season, as I've said before, when rivals, particularly Red Bull and Mercedes, began to have doubts about the level of superiority of the Ferrari car in straight line speed. As I've said before, they were stupidly fast. Ferrari were insane. And discontent rumbled throughout much of the season, and the issue came to a head at the US Grand Prix in October, when the FIA issued a rules clarification in response to a detailed series of questions from Red Bull. Because everybody knows that when somebody's way too good in Formula 1, the other teams tend to come out and just cry out loud. They become crybabies, literally crybabies. These centered on whether it was possible to interfere with the mandatory fuel flow meter in ways that made it bypass the regulation limit of 100 kg per hour. And in F1's complex turbo hybrid engines, the fuel flow limit works to promote efficiency, and it is effectively a ceiling on the amount of power an engine can produce. And that also means that teams cannot increase power simply by increasing the rate of fuel flow through the engine, which is probably what Ferrari has done. That's what I think so. And must do so instead of via efficiency savings, in other words, increasing the amount of power extracted from the available fuel by advances in the engine/hybrid system. So personally, I don't know what to say about this. There's clearly something out there in the middle that we, I think, have to figure out by ourselves, because, well, the FIA is never going to say anything about this, and neither is Ferrari, because they've kept shut ever since the other team's responses to the settlement thing, agreement thing, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like it'll remain very private between the two parties. Another thing that I want to talk about today is that Lewis Hamilton is still a cocky. You gotta love this guy, man. I actually don't like him. Just for it to stay between me and my viewers, I don't really like Hamilton. But anyway, enough of that talk. Lewis spoke in an interview, and he still has that cockiness that he had in 2019, in my opinion. A lot of people are probably gonna hate on me because I am hating on Hamilton, but hey, at the end of the day, I don't really care. I don't like the guy. I'm making it public. That's that. But you cannot deny the fact that he is one title away from Schumacher. And if you have watched my last video that I made, I put him in championship winning position in 2020. He's gonna win it. He's gonna equal Schumacher because of his car, not because of his abilities of being a driver. Which, by the way, don't come running into the comments. He's a good driver, but he doesn't deserve his future 7th title. He, in my opinion, I think he deserves 4 titles, I'd say, out of his 6 that he has now, and soon to be 7. But anyway, yeah, he could actually achieve what many thought could be impossible this season, as he guns to equal Schumacher's record of 7 world titles. But the defending champion, as in Lewis Hamilton, said he's up for the challenge, and he says he isn't feeling the pressure of being the man to beat. I gotta call bullshit on that. I feel like he is afraid of Verstappen a lot. I'm not sure if he's afraid of Ferrari. I don't think he is, him being so cocky, but I think he's afraid of Verstappen. I actually genuinely feel that he is afraid of Verstappen. But yeah, the Mercedes driver has been crowned in 5 of the last 6 seasons, except 2016. Nico Rosberg, big up by the way, as Mercedes have been the dominant force. Of course, everybody knows that. But this may be his toughest season yet in the turbo hybrid era. I gotta disagree with whoever wrote this article on the F1 website. I don't think this season is gonna be tough for him. Maybe Red Bull could be close. Maybe Ferrari could be sandbagging about all they said in testing. Who knows? But I think this is gonna be another very easy year for Mercedes, and I should say Lewis in a way, because Mercedes just give him the winning strategy all the time. I feel like if they would give Bottas the same strategies as they are giving Lewis, I feel like, Bottas could actually give Lewis a run for his money, my opinion. And not that Hamilton is, of course, afraid of the growing threats. No, not at all. Excuse me, please, excuse me for that. Here's what he said, by the way. I've had a target on my back since the day I won my first championship when I was 10 years old, so it's nothing new to me, he said. Yeah, okay, I kind of have to give him that, but he's still scared. Let's be honest. Everybody, he is scared. He actually, I feel like he believes that Max and Charles could actually give him a run for his money. Like I've said before, Max could give him a run for his money, but there's that. There's what Hamilton said. He also said that he's always been the only black driver there. He's got to pull the race card on that. I'm joking, by the way. Do not take whatever I've said before this seriously. It is jokes. It is kind of like a seriousness jokes as well, but it is mostly jokes. I want to say that. Anyway, he's always been generally at the front of the championships. He's not cocky. People say he's not cocky. He is cocky. Okay, that is who he is. So it's no different to any other 27 years of driving, he says. So he's quite comfortable in that space. Okay, he is very comfortable in Mercedes. I gotta give him that. I mean, he's got dominant car. He's got DAS as well. Winning strategy. What else do you want in life? And you're about to win your 7th title. Like, my guy's living the life, bro. Uh, like, banter aside, the guy is a good driver. Okay, you gotta give him that. He's a good driver. I still don't believe that he deserves 6 titles. Definitely not 7. He's gonna get a 7th though, but yeah, he doesn't deserve him, my opinion. He deserves 3 or 4 titles out of his 6, soon to be 7. Like, I've said this before. Like, jokes aside, he is a good driver, but not as good as people think he is. He's just in a dominant team. So that's everything I have to say on the Lewis Hamilton thing. And this also concludes my video. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this. Big thank you. You've given me actually quite a decent comeback. I outdid the views that I did on videos that I made 3 years ago when I posted like every single week. I've also unlisted everything that I made, so if you still have the links to those, big up to you. You're an OG guy. Very big thank you to Tomo F1. By the way, you're a legend, bro. Like, we don't know each other, we're not friends or anything, but he's noticed that I kind of like am a big fan of his channel, and he's shouted me out on live streams. He's also seen my content, so if somehow you're watching this, Tomo, thank you so much that you actually enjoyed the previous video that I made, and thank you so much for your shout out that you did on your live stream a couple of hours ago as I'm recording this. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but I'm hoping to upload much more frequently as well. So, you know, I've been busy with school. Hopefully gonna be back, and I'm gonna be posting regularly in the middle of the season. I think I'll do like race reviews and stuff. Let me know if you want to see F1 gaming as well, like the F1 2019 game. I play that a lot. I am addicted to that game. I want to do a fresh career mode. I want to record it. But first of all, I want to see the feedback that I get from you guys. Do you want me to do a series, a career mode on F1 2019? Let me know. I'll happily do that. I have a mod for the 2020 liveries, by the way. Like, we can do it like a 2020 thing. Either way, I'm making this outro way too long. All I can say is thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day, night, whenever I'm posting this, and peace.